Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll talk to you about this wonderful world of crochet and why you should start doing it today. Well, as someone who's been crocheting for a few years now, I want to share with you some tips and some advice that I wish someone had told me when I first started crocheting. Well, crochet is a fun and very rewarding hobby, but it's not without its challenges. When I started crocheting in 2016 or 15, I don't remember exactly, but I remember struggling with some of the basic techniques, like hold a crochet hook and the yarn. It was so difficult for me in the beginning, or even making consistent stitches, understanding crochet patterns. Everything was a challenge in the beginning. But despite the difficulties, I persisted and I managed to do that. And if I did, believe me, you can do it too. Well, in fact, my very first amigurumi was supposed to be a present for a friend, but it turned out so ugly that I didn't have the courage to give it to her. And I have it here. Let me show you. It was supposed to be a bunny, but it's very ugly. I mean, the arms, they are different from each other. One is longer, and the ears, I didn't know how to sew the crochet very well. And I remember that I wanted to throw it away. I really wanted to. I was so mad because it took me like more than a month to do that. It's pretty unbelievable to think about it now, but it took me a long time and it's so ugly. I wanted to throw it away, but my husband told me that he convinced me of not doing that. He was like, no, someday you will also encourage someone to do that. So yeah, it will serve as an inspiration one day. So yeah, don't throw it away. And he kept it. It was not me. You see? Very ugly. But I guess the main lesson that I can take out of this ugly bunny is that I didn't let this discourage me. Instead, I kept studying. Studying is important, and practicing and improving myself. And since then, I mean, there's been, I don't know, 8 years that I did this. I improved so much. I made dozens of amigurumis, and I hope he serves as an inspiration for you too. So if you're just starting out, you might feel overwhelmed and frustrated with your progress, but my main aim here is to encourage you to keep going. So believe me, crocheting is a skill that can be improved with lots of practice. The more you do it, the better you'll become and the more enjoyment you get out of it. So here are a few tips to help you keep improving your crocheting skills. So tip number 1, start with simple projects. When you're just starting crocheting, it's better for you to start with simple and small amigurumi toys like a crochet heart for a keychain, for example. And I do have a pattern for it here on the channel. Or a Pokeball. I guess I started with a Pokeball because I like Pokemon, and it's simple. It's just the main difficulties for a beginner is the color change, but it doesn't demand too much from you. So keep practicing with simple projects that demand simple and basic stitches and basic techniques, okay? Tip number 2. Use high-quality materials. There is no need to invest in like 10 different crochet hooks from 2mm size to 6mm size. You don't know which kind of yarn and amigurumis you will like to crochet. So purchase just one crochet hook. I started with a 4.5mm hook, because someone gave this hook to me. And nowadays I don't even use that anymore because I prefer to crochet smaller toys. So if you don't know what you like to do regarding crocheting, just purchase one. And a good yarn also makes a difference. Again, if you go to a store, the amount of colors that the yarns have nowadays, they are so huge. And I know we want to purchase everything, but don't do that. Purchase 1 or 2 colors to start with the basic projects that I mentioned in the last tip, and keep practicing until you feel comfortable with the hook you purchased and the yarn that you're using. Tip number 3, take it one stitch at a time. Again, guys, I know crocheting can be overwhelming, especially when you're trying to learn, and there are so many different techniques and stitches to be learned and the patterns to understand, but start with the basic, like single crochets, slip stitch, increases, decreases, and as you feel comfortable with that, try to implement new stitches into your toys, because what I see is that sometimes beginners try to do a crochet toy with, I don't know, double crochet, treble crochet, popcorn stitch, for example, but they don't know the basics. So do the basic stitches first with good material, and then you keep improving and increasing your knowledge with different stitches and techniques. And that's it. While crocheting can be something funny and fulfilling, it's an amazing hobby that can give you satisfaction for years to come. Please don't be discouraged by the challenges that you will face in the beginning. Just keep practicing, and I guess patience and time is the key here. And who knows, maybe one day you will look back at your first amigurumi and you'll see how much you improved since then. Because I look back and I see how much I improved. Looking at my first amigurumi and this cute one, this is Max from Stranger Things that I created, and I love how beautiful she is, like all the techniques that I used and the amount of details that she has. Look how pretty she is, and compare with my first toy. It's amazing, isn't it? And that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and I see you in the next videos. Bye bye.